All right. Buckle up, everybody. We are on day 29 of 30 days to sell cars.
Yeah.
And, that means we got to make every single hour count.
Yeah. These last couple of days got to be big.
Absolutely. We're closing the month strong and hopefully with a surge of sales.
Yes, sir.
And today we're going to deep dive into a strategy that can help you do just that.
Absolutely.
And that is hosting a live virtual event right from your dealership.
You spent almost a month building that momentum, right? Laying the groundwork with that targeted messaging and the offers. Now it's time to bring it all together. And really kind of put a personal touch on things that email blasts just can't replicate.
Yeah, what's interesting about this?
This is your chance to create some serious buzz and drive appointments before day 30 hits.
Yeah, it's not just another webinar, is it?
No, not at all.
What do we have to do to really make it special?
Well, this is where we bring in what we call the morning blitz strategy.
Okay.
It's thinking about how you build up anticipation throughout the day. Use all of your communication channels to get people excited about this event.
So like emails, texts, phone calls, everything.
Absolutely. Everything. You're already working on that final chance email template from day 28.
Right.
But instead of focusing just on those expiring offers, you want to add a layer of intrigue.
Okay.
Right? So you're thinking subject lines like, got questions, we've got answers.
Okay.
Or exclusive event tonight, don't miss out.
I like it. So it's not just about the deals. It's like, we're experts.
Exactly.
We're going to help you with whatever you need.
That's it.
Okay. And then with text messages, short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Direct link to register. Hit them with the what, when, and where, and make it easy to sign up.
Easy peasy.
That's it.
And some people, they just really like to talk to a person.
Of course.
And so a phone call can seal the deal.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they're kind of scared to pick up the phone.
I totally get it. Phone calls, they can feel a little old school.
Yeah.
But they're still incredibly effective.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is the 30 days program, it has this great script to guide you through the conversation.
Yep.
And, overcome some of those common objections that you get.
Like, I'm busy tonight.
I'm busy tonight. I got to talk to my spouse. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, those are the classics.
That's it. And so the script kind of gives you those tools to address them head on.
Okay.
You can emphasize the value of why they should attend the event.
All right.
And even plant that seed for scheduling a test drive.
So we've got emails, texts, phone calls, all working together.
Yep.
But what about social media?
Social media is huge. That's where you can get creative and have some fun.
Okay.
Think about it. Countdown graphics, tease some of the deals.
Okay.
Behind the scenes, sneak peeks of the dealership prepping for the event.
Okay.
Maybe some short videos highlighting some of your most popular models.
I love it. And you know what? If you've got a vehicle that's trending in your market, you got to showcase it.
Absolutely. Tap into what people are already searching for. Play up the exclusivity of the event. Make them feel like they're really missing out if they don't show up.
Yeah, FOMO, right.
FOMO, that's it.
Okay, so we've got all that pre-show hype going on.
Yeah, we're cooking.
What about behind the scenes?
Now it's time for behind the scenes. We got to make sure this live event goes off without a hitch. Right? Imagine this. The curtain's about to rise, spotlight's on. Your virtual stage needs to be ready for a show-stopping performance.
I love it. Okay, so first things first. We got to pick a reliable platform.
Yes.
What are your recommendations?
Zoom, Google Meet, always solid choices. Especially if your team's already familiar with them.
Yeah.
User-friendly, reliable, and they can handle a ton of attendees.
Okay, and please, I cannot stress this enough. Test everything beforehand.
Absolutely.
Audio, video, screen sharing, everything. There is nothing worse than your tech failing during the big moment.
Speaking of tech fails, I actually have a pretty hilarious story about a time when I was all set to give this big presentation to a room full of investors.
High stakes.
High stakes. I had my slides ready to go, my notes prepped, and I even did like a quick tech check.
Right.
And then when I went to share my screen, nothing.
No.
My laptop completely froze.
Oh, that's the worst.
It was awful. My face was turning beet red as I was trying to reboot it.
Oh, man.
While everyone was just staring at me.
Oh, that's brutal.
It was a learning experience, though. Now I always have a backup plan, and I double-check absolutely everything.
Smart. I like it.
Yeah.
And, while we're talking about tech, don't forget to enable the chat feature.
Oh, yeah.
That real-time interaction makes it more fun.
Absolutely.
And you can really see what people are thinking.
Yeah, the chat box. That's gold.
Yeah.
It's like pure gold for feedback, and it can help you kind of guide the conversation in real time.
Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about the agenda.
Yes.
Keep it concise, impactful, and really focused on the value.
Think about it like a performance. It's choreographed. Each segment has to flow seamlessly into the next.
So like quick welcome, lots of energy to set the tone.
Yes.
And then we're going to dive into the juicy offers.
That's it. And we're not just listing features, we're painting a picture.
Yes.
We're really highlighting those benefits for your customer.
Okay, so we got the welcome, the offers. What's next?
Now you bring in that live Q&A session.
Okay.
That's where transparency really shines.
Okay.
You know, have some prepped answers ready to go, but be prepared to think on your feet, you know,
Right.
address any curveballs that might come up,
Yeah.
right? Show them that you're not just reading off a script, you're
Yeah.
really engaged.
I like it. Okay, and then of course, got to end with a call to action.
Yes, clear and compelling,
Right.
whether that's booking an appointment, calling a hotline, visiting the dealership.
Yep.
Make that next step super easy and enticing.
Perfect. Now let's talk about visuals, right?
Oh, yeah.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, especially when we're talking about cars.
Especially when we're talking about cars, that's right.
Right.
So what do we got to do?
High quality images of the vehicles.
Okay.
Maybe some short video clips. Highlight those key features. Showcase a test drive experience.
Right.
And if you really want to knock their socks off,
Okay.
think about incorporating a live virtual showroom tour.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah, 360-degree view.
Yeah.
Let them explore those vehicles that they're interested in virtually.
Okay, so we've got the pre-show hype going. We've got the tech ready to go.
Yeah.
We've got our agenda locked and loaded.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
This is where your passion, your expertise takes center stage.
Okay.
Remember, you're not just presenting information, you're connecting with your audience.
Okay.
You're building those relationships that could lead to some long-term customers.
So we got to bring that energy, that enthusiasm.
Bring that energy.
Yeah.
Enthusiasm is contagious. If you're excited about these cars and these deals,
Yes.
your audience will be too. But it has to be authentic.
Right, right.
Nobody wants to feel like they're being sold taboo. Exactly. Okay, and, people love stories.
Stories.
So don't be afraid to kind of sprinkle in some real-life examples
Absolutely.
about how your dealership goes above and beyond for customers.
Share some testimonials from those happy buyers. Yes.
Yeah, speaking of stories, I remember this one time.
Oh, I love this. Let's hear it.
We had this couple come in, and they were absolutely convinced they couldn't afford a new car.
Okay.
They had this old clunker that was always breaking down.
Oh, yeah.
And they were just feeling defeated.
I bet you turned that frown upside down.
We did.
Yeah.
We sat down with them, really listened to what they needed, and then we showed them a few options that fit their budget.
Awesome.
And you know what? They were so surprised and so happy.
That's great.
They drove off the lot in a brand new car.
Love it.
See, stories like that, they're gold.
It's gold, yeah. They make it relatable and build that trust with your audience.
And of course, don't forget to leverage the power of scarcity.
Scared.
Right. Let them know these deals are not going to last forever.
Limited appointments available, bonuses expiring, special offers just for attendees.
Yeah, a little FOMO never hurt nobody, right?
No, not at all. You're creating that sense of urgency without being pushy.
Okay, so the event's over. Everyone's feeling good.
Yeah.
What happens next?
That's when the after party starts.
Okay.
But remember, the real magic, it all happens in the follow-up.
Okay, so we got to strike while the iron's hot.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Send out those thank you emails.
Emails, texts.
Text to all the attendees.
Remind them of those amazing offers and provide a very clear call to action.
Love it. It's all about capitalizing on that momentum.
Yes.
Building those relationships.
Yes.
And getting those prospects to say yes.
What's so important is that this quick follow-up, it doesn't just benefit the customer.
Right.
It showcases that commitment to customer service that your dealership has.
Yeah.
Shows them that you're attentive, you're proactive, and you're genuinely invested in helping them find that perfect vehicle.
It's like you're handing them the keys to a great car buying experience.
Right.
You got it. Okay, so this live virtual event, it's not just for day 29.
Oh.
It's something you can use all the time.
Absolutely.
Right, to engage those prospects and really drive those sales.
Absolutely. Meet your customers where they are.
Yes.
Online, engaged, ready to take action.
But we're just getting started.
Yeah.
There's so much more we can learn about how to really maximize the impact of this live virtual event.
A lot more to cover.
Stick with us as we dive even deeper into the strategies and tactics that will help you close this month with a bang. We'll be right back.
All right, looking forward to it. So welcome back.
Yes.
We were just talking about the importance of timely follow-up after your live virtual event and how it can really make a difference in converting those attendees into actual customers.
Right. It's all about striking while the iron's hot.
Strike while the iron is hot. That's it. Keep that momentum going and make sure those potential buyers don't slip through the cracks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the great thing is the 30 Days to Sell Cars program.
Yes.
It gives you all the tools you need to do that.
Absolutely. For example, the Day 29 follow-up scripts, they offer templates for emails, SMS messages, even LinkedIn messages.
Okay, I got to ask about the LinkedIn part.
Yes.
Because I wouldn't have immediately thought of that platform for car sales.
I know, right? But it can be incredibly effective, especially when you consider the targeting options available on LinkedIn.
So, what do you mean?
Think about it. You can connect with professionals in your area who have recently received promotions, started new jobs, maybe expanded their families.
Right.
These are all life events that often trigger the need for a new or upgraded vehicle.
That's a good point. I never really thought about it like that.
Yeah, you're tapping into those moments when people are most likely to be in the market.
Okay.
And with a personalized message through LinkedIn, congratulate them on their achievements.
Okay.
Offer your assistance in finding their dream car. Invite them to visit the dealership for a test drive.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The phone calls.
Yes.
For a lot of salespeople, this is where the rubber meets the road.
It is.
That one-on-one conversation that can either make or break the deal.
I agree. Phone calls can be a bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But they're still one of the most effective ways to build rapport, address concerns, move the sales process forward.
And again, the 30 Days program has that phone script, which is great.
Yes, fantastic phone script.
It really helped you navigate that conversation.
Absolutely. And it equips you with tools to handle those tricky objections.
Right, like, I need to talk to my spouse first.
I need to talk to my spouse. I'm not sure if I'm ready to buy right now.
Oh, yeah, all those classics.
Exactly, those classic stalling tactics.
Yeah.
But with the right approach, you can turn those objections into opportunities.
Okay.
The script teaches you how to reframe the conversation, emphasize the value of acting now, and ultimately guide them towards scheduling that all-important test drive.
So you've got emails, texts, LinkedIn messages, phone calls.
It's all working together.
Let's zoom out for a second.
Okay.
And talk about the bigger picture.
Yes.
Because Day 29 isn't just about this one event.
It's not.
It's about setting the stage for a strong finish to the whole 30 Days program, right?
Absolutely. Think of Day 29 as the grand finale.
Okay.
Culmination of all the hard work you've put in over the past month.
Yeah.
It's your chance to showcase everything your dealership has to offer. Solidify those relationships you've been building.
Yes.
Generate a final wave of sales before the month comes to a close.
I like that. It's like building up to the crescendo of a symphony.
Exactly.
All the instruments are coming together.
All the pieces in place. Timing has to be perfect.
Yeah.
Energy has to be palpable.
Yes. And it really does feel like the grand finale. Right?
It does.
Okay, so let's recap those essential elements for a successful Day 29 live virtual event.
Okay.
First, promote early and often.
Yes.
All those channels that we talked about. Email, text, social media, LinkedIn. Second, behind-the-scenes prep has to be flawless.
Flawless, yeah.
Test the tech. Have a backup plan. Create a tight agenda.
Yes.
That really keeps the audience hooked. And then when it's showtime, bring that energy and passion. You're the expert. You're showcasing your dealership.
Yes.
Share those heartwarming success stories. Don't be afraid to leverage a little FOMO.
A little FOMO, a little scarcity. That's right.
And then, of course, once the virtual curtain closes,
yes,
follow up immediately. Use those scripts, turn that interest into action.
Those scripts are designed to help you nurture those leads.
Yeah.
Address any lingering concerns.
Yeah.
And ultimately guide them towards taking the next step in the buying process.
Now, here's something I'm curious about.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about strategy and tactics and best practices.
Yes.
But what about the human element?
Oh, that's important.
How do we make sure that we're not just treating our customers like numbers, but as individuals with real needs and desires?
That's a fantastic question. And it's something that's incredibly important in today's market.
Yeah.
Consumers are bombarded with messages and offers from all directions.
Right.
They crave authenticity, personalization, a sense that they're being listened to and understood.
Okay, so how do we bring that human touch to the forefront, especially online?
It starts with shifting our mindset.
Okay.
Instead of focusing solely on closing deals, we need to prioritize building relationships.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So it's more about listening.
Actively listening.
Understanding their motivations.
Okay.
Tailoring our approach to meet their individual needs.
So it's not just about pushing features and benefits?
No, it's about connecting with people on a deeper level.
Right.
Demonstrating that we genuinely care about helping them find the right vehicle.
Okay. And how do we do that during a virtual event?
Well, you can encourage interaction.
Answer questions thoughtfully.
Okay.
Showcase the personalities behind the dealership. Don't be afraid to let your guard down a little.
No.
Share some personal anecdotes.
Okay.
Create a welcoming atmosphere.
I like it. It's like creating a virtual experience that feels warm and inviting.
Precisely.
Okay.
When you can successfully bridge that gap between the digital and the physical, you create a lasting impression that goes far beyond a single transaction.
Okay, so it sounds like the real secret sauce is that human touch.
The human touch, absolutely.
Right, approaching every interaction authentically.
Authenticity, empathy, and a genuine desire to help.
Yes.
You create a connection that resonates with customers and builds loyalty that lasts.
Okay, before we wrap up this part, I want to touch on something that's crucial for any dealership.
Okay.
It's about going beyond just selling cars.
Okay, I like this. What are you thinking?
Becoming a trusted advisor.
Ooh, I like that.
A resource that customers can rely on throughout their entire car ownership journey.
So shifting from a transactional mindset to a relationship-focused approach.
Exactly. And that means being there for your customers long after they drive off the lot.
Okay, so that's providing exceptional service.
Offering valuable advice.
Building a community.
Right, where they feel valued and appreciated.
Okay, this is good. This is good.
So the sales process doesn't end when the paperwork is signed.
No, it's just the beginning.
It's the beginning of a relationship. Right.
Right, so how do we nurture that relationship?
Stay in touch.
Okay.
Check in regularly. Offer support throughout their ownership experience.
Okay, what does that look like?
Personalized birthday messages.
Okay.
Service reminders. Invitations to exclusive events.
So you're making them feel like more than just a customer.
Yes.
They're part of the family.
Exactly. And when you can foster that sense of community, you create a bond it's hard to break.
This is really resonating with me.
Good.
It's about building a brand that stands for more than just selling cars. It stands for trust, transparency, a genuine commitment to customer satisfaction.
Absolutely. And then you'll find that customers keep coming back.
Yes.
And they become your biggest advocates.
That's it.
They're telling everyone about how great the experience was.
Exactly.
So as we're coming to the end of this 30 Days to Sell Cars program, we've talked about all these strategies and tactics.
Yes.
They're most effective when we have a genuine desire to connect with our customers.
That's it.
Provide them with an exceptional experience.
Well said. Because at the end of the day, it's those human connections that truly drive success in this industry.
Okay, so let's take a quick break.
Okay.
And we'll come back for the final part of our deep dive into Day 29.
Looking forward to it.
Where we'll explore how to make this live virtual event truly personalized and memorable.
All right. Sounds great.
Okay, we're back and ready to wrap up our Day 29 deep dive.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From pre-event hype and behind-the-scenes prep to hosting like a pro.
Yep.
And mastering that follow-up.
But now we got to talk about the secret ingredient that really elevates this live virtual event.
It's that personalization.
Personalization.
Not just a buzzword.
Right.
It's the key to creating an experience that really resonates with your audience.
We talked a little bit about those personalized emails and the phone calls.
Yeah.
But how do we bring that personal touch to the event itself?
It's about going beyond that kind of generic sales pitch.
Okay.
Really tailoring your message to those needs and interests of your attendees.
Give me some examples.
Okay, so during the event,
Yeah.
use the chat feature. Poll your audience.
Okay.
Ask them about their car preferences, their concerns about buying a new vehicle,
Okay.
or what they're looking for in a dealership.
So we're gathering some insights, and then we can kind of adjust our presentation in real time.
You got it. And you can take it a step further.
Yep.
You know, offer breakout sessions or small group discussions
Okay.
where attendees can connect with a sales rep one-on-one, get those questions answered in a more personalized setting.
So it's almost like you're creating that showroom experience online.
Exactly.
Okay.
Don't underestimate those stories.
Right.
You know, personal anecdotes, customer testimonials,
Yeah.
even behind-the-scenes glimpses into your dealership culture.
I'm thinking about this one customer that came in.
Oh, tell me.
He was a retired teacher,
Okay.
and he had been driving the same car for over 20 years.
Wow.
It was this old station wagon that had seen better days.
I bet there were a lot of memories in that car.
Oh, he had a lot of memories.
Okay.
He was so attached to it.
Yeah.
But he knew he needed an upgrade.
Of course.
So he came to the dealership. And we spent a lot of time just listening to his story.
Yeah.
Understanding his needs.
Okay.
And we found him this beautiful pre-owned SUV.
Oh, nice.
Lots of space for his grandkids.
Yeah.
The latest safety features, even a sunroof.
I love it.
So he could still enjoy that open road feeling.
That's fantastic.
He was over the moon. And you know what he did?
What's that?
He brought us a batch of his wife's famous chocolate chip cookies to say thank you.
That's so sweet.
It was. It's those little touches, right?
Those little touches, yeah. You go above and beyond, create a memorable experience.
Exactly. And when you can bring that personal touch to your live virtual event,
yes,
you're not just selling cars, you're building those relationships.
You're building relationships that could last a lifetime.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, before we wrap up this deep dive,
yes,
any final thoughts?
Yeah, so the 30 Days to Sell Cars program, it's a fantastic tool, but the key to that long-term success is really embracing that culture of continuous improvement.
So we're not just following the playbook for 30 days and then we're back to business as usual.
No, we're taking those lessons we've learned, those strategies, those relationships, weaving it into the fabric of your dealership.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we do that? How do we make sure that we're really changing things?
It starts with data. You got to analyze the results of your live virtual event.
Okay.
Get that feedback from your team, your customers. Identify areas where you can improve.
So we're using that data to make better decisions.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to experiment. Try new things.
Right.
Get creative with your marketing. Always be on the lookout for ways to improve that customer experience.
Because things are always changing.
Always changing, exactly.
We got to stay ahead of the curve.
Got to stay ahead, that's right. And when you can foster that culture of innovation, that collaboration, you'll find that success isn't just a goal.
Right.
It's a natural byproduct.
Well, we've reached the end of our Day 29 deep dive.
I can't believe it's over.
I know. It feels like we just started.
It does.
But I feel really inspired.
Me too.
Ready to go out there and crush it.
It's been an amazing journey exploring all the ins and outs of hosting this incredible live virtual event.
We've talked about everything.
Everything.
From those promotional strategies and those little technical tips to the importance of personalizing the experience.
Yes.
And building those lasting relationships with our customers.
We hope you walked away with some valuable insights.
Yes.
Some actionable strategies.
Absolutely. So go out there, close this month strong.
Finish strong.
And remember, the key to success is not just selling cars. It's about creating that experience that makes people feel excited about buying a car.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive.